Hey everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you guys are well. Hey. Hey y'all. Good evening. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Well, I wasn't excited about 45 minutes ago. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, do I have to go live tonight? Do I have to go live? But a win is a win. A win is a win. Congratulations to the Jackson State Tigers. Those Lady Tigers finished strong and was able to root out Prairie View A&M Panthers at their home in Prairie View, Texas. I'm excited about tonight. If you guys have the option, please turn on, if you have like another device, turn on SWAC TV so that, because I absolutely cannot show the SWAC TV. I will be pulling up the stats as that game is going on, which is, of course, the men's basketball game tonight, Jackson State Tigers versus the Prairie View Panthers. That game will be starting shortly, I believe. Or isn't it tonight? Yep, it's tonight. In about 7 minutes, they'll start the men's game. We would love to have a sweep today. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. Tonight, we're going to be discussing, of course, SWAC basketball, because the tournament in Atlanta, Georgia is less than 2 weeks away. All teams are going to be in Atlanta, all 12 teams. And also, let's see what we got going on. I wrote a list of things to talk about. So SWAC basketball. We have some HBCU Legacy Bowl combine updates. An article was released and it named 7 prospects that were highly touted coming out of the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Of course, Mr. 4th Street Committee T, whatever that may be, his Black History lesson. And we're also going to talk about a young man. He is a kicker for North Carolina A&T. He participated in the HBCU Legacy Bowl, and then he received an invite to the NFL Combine. And he was kicking today. They said that he made all of his kicks today and that he made money. So this young man from North Carolina A&T, I'll pull up his stats and I'll pull up his stuff. But if he gets drafted, it will definitely change. Well, I don't think it'll change the conversation because people just like to, they like hysteria and stuff when it comes to HBCU players getting drafted. But it'll definitely put into perspective, if this young man gets drafted, the conversations that we have around HBCU football in terms of strength of schedule, winning, you have to be at a certain level, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like North Carolina A&T has won maybe 4 or 5 games in the past 4 years. I think maybe 5 in the past 4 years. And so it's definitely not about winning. So it'll be interesting. I hope that he actually does get drafted. That'll be huge if he does get drafted, because it will, change the trajectory and put some text to these conversations that folks have about HBCU football, HBCU talent. Yes, Mrs. Smith, the men are getting ready to kick off. In about 4 minutes. Right now, Jackson State is 9 of 18. Prairie View is 11 of 17. Y'all drop some scores in the chat. What do you guys think the final score will be? We just got our asses toe out the frame by Alcorn State on Saturday. So we're definitely looking for rejuvenation, a reset. Stop moving, baby. Ugh. Let me. So yeah, tune into SWAC TV. JSUW don't matter. What you mean? It don't matter. Yes, it do. A JSUW determines whether or not I'm going to take the rest of the Tuesdays and Thursdays off for the rest of the basketball season. It absolutely matters. Oh, Major Bullies is basically saying Jackson State gonna win. It don't matter the score. That's what he meant. Got you. All right. Let's see if I can pull up some stuff to talk about. I need to see dominance. I need to see complete dominance. I don't want to see a close game. Okay. So while we're waiting for that game to start, I guess I could definitely pull up some stuff and talk about some stuff. So this was very interesting for a myriad of reasons. So it's late February, and Grambling just extended Coach Mickey Joseph's contract. Now, there was a lot of talk around when he was going to get extended. Was he still going to be the coach? What was going on behind the scenes? They officially released that communication today. Dr. Scott, the vice president for intercollegiate athletics, announced a 2-year contract extension for head football coach Mickey Joseph. Y'all think he was trying to see if his brother was going to come get him? I don't know. It's kind of late. All of the signing days done went through, the transfer portal, all of that. So let me go ahead and read this. Coach Joseph, who was named the head coach in 2024, signed a 2-year extension that runs through the 2027 season. He also has option years in 2028 and 2029. This decision reflects our belief in the future of Grambling State football. We're committed to building a program defined by discipline, development, and championships. Coach Joseph's leadership continues to move us forward, and we're confident that the foundation being laid today will position us for sustained success in the years ahead. In his second season at the helm, Joseph led the Tigers to a 7-5 record last year. It was Grambling State's first winning season since 2019. It was also Grambling State's highest single season win total since 2017. So 7-5 is the most wins that they've had for a very long time. No, Dre, we was waiting on you to talk about the bands. We was waiting on you. We were waiting to hear from you. Yes, so congratulations to Grambling. Dear Grambling. He's going to be here, y'all. Okay. What's next? Let's take a poll. What we're going to talk about? The HBCU bands. I'm interested in knowing what everyone's thoughts were on the various performances. You know, I'm a little biased, so. Oh, not we're still going to get our asses whooped. Let me be a little bit messy here. Is it Lord? Let me make sure I have this spelled correctly. Oh, well, nobody coming after me. All right. Got it. I started a poll, you guys. Right. That's all he did. He said, look, ain't nobody else beating them. Technically, as quiet as it's kept, if Grambling did not get into a fight with UAPB, no, not UAPB, who was it? Bethune-Cookman. Grambling got into a fight with Bethune-Cookman, and then they ended up losing that game after. I think they could have won that game if they had all of their players. But I don't know what to say about the Bayou Classic. I'm getting ready to press Mr. Ford because Mr. Ford said that if you're the head coach of Grambling, that you're not supposed to lose the Bayou Classic. And losing the Bayou Classic is grounds for termination. He made this whole spiel about Hugh Jackson and how he lost. But they singing a different tone for Coach Mickey Joseph. And I think it's because they beat Jackson State. I think, me personally. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch the performances. I don't really know. I don't know if they're copywritten or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. But I would like to know all of the band jargon. Please utilize it. They're still talking about it. There's over 10,000 posts on X about HBCU marching bands performing Michael Jackson tributes. Liongate's Michael Celebrates campaign features HBCU bands like Jackson State Sonic Boom of the South and Southern University's Human Jukebox delivering energetic renditions of Jackson's classics, such as Don't Stop Till You Get Enough on football fields. Time for Black History Month, the partnerships highlight Jackson's ties to Black culture with university accounts expressing pride in showcasing Black excellence and the icon's influence. The biopic, directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Jafar Jackson, arrives in theaters and IMAX on April 24, 2026, as fans share their own performances using Michael Legacy. And also, as we all know, FAMU Marching 100 as well. You can show the bands. Are you sure I can show the bands? I ain't trying to get my stuff canceled again. Like, damn. How many times y'all gonna try to cancel my account? You guys, I had somebody trying to hack into my account. So, yeah. Okay. And it said, you have failed to get your account. I was like, what? What you mean? Okay, I'm going to pull these Michael Jackson tributes up. Okay, let me go ahead. I found the Michael movie. Okay, you guys. So this is the first one that dropped a couple of days ago. This is the FAMU Marching 100. Okay. They got the flag. They got the flag. Okay. All right. All right. I cannot explain it, but if you listened to this particular rendition, and we're getting ready to listen to Southern's rendition, and then we will listen to Jackson State's rendition. The I don't know how to explain it other than MEAC sound versus SWAC sound, right? That's the only thing that I can't explain what it is. It's a sound, it's a way that they do it. And so we're gonna play the other marching bands. Hey nephew.
Hey everybody.
Do you have anything to comment on Marching 100's rendition?
They did okay.
Yeah. Y'all are the band rivalry. Okay, so now we're going to listen to Southern. Avis calls them a band school. All right, we're going to listen to Southern now. Wait. Okay. Okay, let me explain something. I don't know if you guys noticed. Oh, we done went from pots and pans to the marching snow cone. I am done. Okay. One thing that the drum majors are doing, they are throwing their
Mace.
yes, they're throwing their mace, like ping it from one band to the next. It's kind of like a cohesive performance. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna catch it. Okay. So a couple of things. Did you guys notice that all of these are done at night? We can ready to watch Jackson State's. The lights are on. The lights are on. So what does that mean? We can have a night game.
Yep. That's exactly
The lights are on. They work. They're on. And you can see. So
y'all going crazy in these comments. Jesus Christ.
They are cutting up. Okay. They are cutting up. Okay. All right. Next up, we have none other than the. Let me give the proper. You want to give the proper introduction? Go ahead, nephew.
And now taking the field.
Jerome?
The summa cum laude of bands, the apex of excellence. We have the famous Sonic Boom of the South.
I know that's right.
Everything involved with Michael's legacy. Everything involved with Michael's legacy. His music, it lives on because it's timeless.
Bravo, bravo.
Hey, Jerome.
Yes, sir. The y'all love, man. That was dope. How y'all doing?
Jerome, we ain't seen you
What's
in a
going on?
while.
I know it. Hey, Timona and nephew, that was amazing. Listen, kudos to whoever put this together because they knew who the top three HBCU bands are. There was some speculation as far as some other HBCUs being featured, but these are unequivocally the three top dogs, and they've been that way since the 80s and the 70s, etc. I have to tip my hat to Jackson State. The cinematography for the Sonic Booms video compared to the other bands, like night and day. From the drone footage. Also, giving props to the Boom for actually doing like the King of Pop and spelling out Michael Jackson in cursive. Shout out to the J Sets for showing up looking the part for a Michael Jackson movie. I mean, I don't know if you caught what the J Sets were wearing with the platinum boots and the platinum. That was dope. And it looked like the kids were all having fun. I will say all the kids and all three programs are having fun, but it looked like the Sonic Boom really enjoyed putting that production together. So, and a lot of people online are saying that the Boom was the best.
There we go. I love it.
Absolutely.
Look at the field.
Yeah.
You see the lights work.
And I think somebody said that the JSS was wearing the Rose Bowl uniforms.
Yeah, that's an amazing uniform. But I mean, just the cinematography, even random people, you look back at the requotes or the retweets or whatever, people are saying that the Sonic Boom really paid attention to detail. It was very almost like a movie with their production. And just the fact that they, like I said, put some things in cursive on the field. The kids were having fun in the stands. And you look at the shot at the vet. I mean, that's an awesome shot compared to the other stadium. So, so super proud, very super proud of the program.
Can you talk a little bit about the at first I was hoping that they did like 3 different songs, you know what I'm saying, from the bands, like 3 different songs, but they decided to have them all do the same song. Can you talk a little bit about the differences in each that makes each band unique? Like for instance, Jackson State, you could hear the piccolos really well. So can you talk a little bit about that, how the arrangements from each school highlighted different instruments?
Yeah, I think, with Jackson State, with their arrangement, you can definitely hear the clarity. Everyone was very much so in tune. I love the tempo. I think each band had a different tempo. And I think the Boom's tempo was spot on. But just the cleanliness and everyone being very much so in tune. Those were some of the feedback comments that I saw throughout all 3 platforms on social media. I think the Boom's interpretation was very much spot on to the actual song. It had a lot of energy. Just the overall execution was top notch. I think with FAMU, they always have, of course, this very orchestral sound. I do like that they incorporated a dance feature. That was pretty cool. Southern, very much so, of course, that New Orleans brass sound. And I think that was like a heavy element within their execution of their song or their presentation. I would have loved to have seen Southern maybe put King of Pop or MJ on the field, as opposed to making some diamonds in a basic field show. But I do feel like these were the top 3 bands that can definitely sell or help to sell this movie because all 3 are household names. They've got a lot of name recognition coast to coast. So whoever put it together hit a home run.
It's interesting because that they did decide to choose these 3 SWAC bands out of all the HBCU bands that they could have platformed. But but like you said, that these are the household names and recognition in terms of somebody must have been in the room and said, name the top 3 bands in HBCU. That's the poll. Name the top 3.
And it's funny to me, Simona and nephew, because there are some HBCU bands out here who they actually feel they've made it or they've arrived because of their participation in certain ESPN events, etc. But it's so funny to me, to see the Boom selected to perform at the Super Bowl and to be the highlighted band at the Rose Parade, and now this. It just goes to show who the real OGs, who the real top dogs of HBCU marching band really are. So kudos to this MJ production team.
Y'all going to go see this movie?
Hey, I'm gonna be real. Hey, Simona, I think all Jackson State alumni, especially if you're in these larger cities, like connect with your alumni chapter and like make it an outing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got an IMAX theater in your
yes,
city,
that would be nice.
Yeah, and we all show up with our JSU apparel and our pom-poms, and we just we take pictures and do the hashtag Michael movie, and we represent.
That sounds like a great idea. One thing that I will say, AMC right now is doing this thing. You can join the A-list for 99 cents for the first month, and you'll actually get to see, I think you get to see 4 movies for free a week. But anyway, and you'll be able to get premiere seating. They're doing premiere seating for the Michael Jackson. Yes, they're going to do premiere seating for the Michael Jackson movie. But don't we have to watch the other movie, right?
Which one is that?
That Michael Jackson movie, the one that he had when he was alive.
The American Dream?
Huh?
The American Dream?
American Dream? The one that came out like in the early 90s?
Is that the one that I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it has all of his music in it.
Yeah, the Jackson's
No. The Michael Jackson one with all his music, where he turns into a panther and he turns into a robot and like
Moonwalker?
all of his songs.
Is it Moonwalker?
No, not that one. It's like all of his music and it's all put into one. It's like a movie.
Wait
a minute. You guys don't know what movie I'm talking about?
That might be Moonwalker you talking about.
No, it's got like all his music in it.
Somebody said not the one with Flex. Man, y'all messy.
You know what? Maybe I'm tripping, but I could have sworn when I was a kid, all of his music videos were put into like a movie.
Oh, you talking about that video game. That's what you talking about.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about because
there's a little boy. There's a little boy in there, and
yeah,
it has all. It was a video. No, it wasn't a video.
I think it was a video because, like, didn't he turn into like a caricature and he was riding in a race car or something like that? It'll be like 91 or 92 or something like that.
But isn't that a whole movie though? Isn't it like all of his music put into one? I must be tripping. I could have sworn that I saw a movie that literally had. I mean, you might as well. I might be tripping, but there was a movie of Michael Jackson, and it had like all of his music in it consecutively. No, it was a music video for Smooth Criminal. Oh, okay.
It might be Moonwalker you're talking about because it had.
I wanted to show my son that movie. I thought it was a movie. Yeah, Moonwalker. It is Moonwalker.
That's what I was saying the whole time, Tamona.
I didn't know. So Moonwalker, yes, there we go. Michael Jackson Moonwalker. I would implore, especially if you got kids, little cousins. Some of these folks don't know nothing. We're not even watching the game, but y'all don't want to know the score anyway. So we're going to keep talking about Michael for right now. But nobody goes and look at the score right now.
Yeah, but I actually haven't watched Moonwalker yet. But I do know that Smooth Criminal. But I do know Smooth Criminal was in there though.
Yes,
that's one
but
of the videos you're talking about. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I
Right.
haven't
So
watched the
before you
full
guys
movie
go,
yet.
and watch this new movie, y'all gotta watch Michael Jackson's Moonwalker movie first. Right. Michael Jackson's videos used to be movies.
Yeah, he
They
got them
did.
short
So
Yeah.
films. Yeah, he got them short films instead of
Simona,
music
do you
video.
remember, or anybody else in the chat, in the 90s, whenever Michael Jackson would drop a new music video, it would be like a prime time event. Do you remember that? Like, I remember when what was it? Remember the Time
yes,
came out, and it was like it would like debut on ABC, CBS, like at 8 o'clock.
yes,
It was like a big thing. Like it was dope.
I wasn't born yet, so
yes, I remember. Like that's why this movie right here was so like it was one of my favorite movies, the Michael Jackson Moonwalker, and I always thought it was a movie. Y'all are saying it's basically all of his music videos, but it was like put into a whole entire movie. And I know my son is going to love watching this movie, so we will be watching Michael Jackson Moonwalker very, very soon.
Simona, do
And
you
you know
know
what?
if they're going to? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you know what's interesting? The Liberian Girl mantra that they had come out. What was that, about 3 weeks ago?
The challenge, the dance challenge.
Yes.
the TikTok
Yeah,
challenge. Yeah, there was a lot of controversy about that, but
Really? Why?
well, I mean, not necessarily with the challenge itself, but basically like people. I guess some people were, I guess, tired of seeing it. I don't know, but I don't
I
know.
think that the dance, because they're listening to like the actual song versus how it would be played if it was a band, maybe the dance routine would look differently. Did the J sets do I think Sonic Boom of the South had a Liberian Girl at the HBCU
Mm-hmm.
Legacy Bowl, right?
That was their
ballot.
yeah, the ballot. Yeah, that was their ballot piece during the halftime show. And there were actually people in the crowd doing the dance too. I don't know if y'all caught that on the stream on
I
the
didn't catch that.
NFL network.
I did not. So Jerome, uh Jay, we should be getting a new president soon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the next month or two, month and a half,
Yes.
soon. How's everyone feeling about that?
Jay, I'll let you go first.
I just hope they make the right choice this time.
For me, I'm just anticipation and nervousness just because of the climate of the country that we're currently in, and just seeing how, some of these presidents that are currently at the helm at some of these universities, and I'm hoping that they made the right choice. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to it gives pause though, in especially how it's been running, but I hope they get it right this time. Jerome?
Yeah, I totally agree. I will say, when Jackson State had a town hall a couple of weeks ago, and one of the IHL members was on the call, he mentioned that in addition to what Ogletree stated, that Ogletree wants someone who has a background in innovation, entrepreneurship, but this board member also stated they want someone with a background in fundraising. So with all three of those components, and if you listen, they never mentioned someone with higher ed. It's fundraising background, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So I'm hoping that is a good sign that they will make the right decision.
I think that the top three things, and you guys can comment in the chat of what your top three things are that you're looking for in a president. Global partnerships is probably paramount. I wouldn't say fundraising. I would be more so to say research dollars, right? I mean,
Correct.
fundraising. I think that I need to switch, not fundraising. I need to be more concrete in what I'm saying. Research dollars. And with research dollars comes, of course, you're going to get the type of professors that you need, the global partnerships as well. And then third of all is stabilization of the university. And what I mean by that is we were supposed to get some type of water system above ground. I don't know where that is. It's in limbo. We just had a lot of like fluff being thrown at us in this last president that we had, and everything on the surface sounded good, but we needed the transparency. And then it's like, wait a minute, I thought we got approved for $40 million. What happened to that? I thought we got approved for water above ground. Like, I thought that was set in stone. Why did we just go through a whole winter and they still don't have the water situated? Like, it's things like that are, frustrating. And then, so the stabilization, that just encompasses housing, not just renting hotels. We need renovations, or we need housing. Like, that's probably number one on students' minds, of course, but the housing and stuff like that.
I totally agree. And, to your point, Timona, you just say that it's number one on the list. There are, I would say, 10 imperative issues that are at the forefront for Jackson State before a stadium. The stadium is I'm not going to say it's towards the bottom, and I know the stadium is in desperate need of repair. I would advocate for our next president to reach out to, of course, to the legislatures, the power that be, to provide the funding to renovate the vet for now, while the top 10 major issues at Jackson State are addressed. And to your point, as far as research dollars, in addition to that, someone who can secure transformative gifts that are unrestricted funds. Because a lot of times when schools get these big gifts, they're earmarked and they're tied into an endowment. But if we can get someone, who can, if Mackenzie Scott, case in point, if she sees that we have a leader that brings credibility, is well respected within all industries, and she and her team are confident with this leader to invest in Jackson State, those are going to be unrestricted funds that JSU can use for a lot of major issues that are at the university right now. So the vet, yeah, we need renovations right now.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be renovations and infrastructure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about people saying we need a new stadium. Stadiums cost $100 million. For a 40,000 seat stadium is $100 million. It just is. You're not getting 100 million. You can't even get 40 million. You can't even get 20 million. Like this, and then you have to also think about the increase in cost of items. So the best bet is just like they have at the Rose Bowl Stadium or wherever. Their stadium is older, might be around the same age or older than the vet.
Yeah,
and just renovated it.
The vet was built like in what, the 1950s?
Yeah.
And you look at some of these other stadiums like Southern, their stadium was built like in the 20s. I want to say FAMU Stadium was built like in the 30s. So there are other stadiums much older than the vet. I just feel knowing what's going on campus and knowing the type of deferred maintenance that we need, in desperate need of, the stadium is not a top priority right now.
But I would definitely like to see it renovated, and the definitely new bathrooms, making it more accessible for disabled, and just the infrastructure.
Absolutely.
maybe a new. I like the grass field. I don't know about y'all. I don't want a. I don't think that we should get a turf field. I think we should keep the grass field. Um, like we just don't have the money. And then if you think about it, we only have 4 or 5 home games a year. Now I will say this: investing into the Jackson State Stadium, like even if we did get 40 million, or you had 40 million to invest directly into that stadium and renovating the press box and renovating some of the areas to make it like, this is a premium area and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that would definitely elevate our stadium so that more events can take place at our stadium. We're at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Because when you renovate that stadium, it's not going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be state of the art, right? But just enough to where we can secure major events, outdoor concerts, whether it's rock and rolls, blues, gospel, etc. The high school football playoffs. There's a lot of different opportunities. I remember one year, I want to say maybe about 10 years ago, the Saints held a preseason game in Jackson at the Vet. So if we can like renovate the Vet to bring it up to standard so that we can utilize it for other key events in the spring, really all throughout the year to increase, like, and that can be another source of revenue for Jackson State.
I mean, we could bring a UFL team. Like, there's so much stuff that you could do if you renovate that stadium. And everybody keeps talking about the hospital, but the hospital does not plan on buying that stadium because they don't want to pay the money for it. They don't want to pay the money for a new stadium. Another thing that they're not going to do is they get parking for like pennies on the dollar. Like, I think when they revealed the contract, they were like, why are they allowed to park in the stadium area or in a stadium parking lot for that cheap? So, renovating, repaving those lots and making it an attractive place for other events to take place. That's what needs to happen. I would be so excited to have the Rock League or whatever getting that stadium for the spring and generating money for the stadium. You just have to be up to par.
And we've got to have leadership that is creative when it comes to submitting bids. I don't know what that looks like to some of these major events, et cetera. Because I know, like, in the spring, they normally have like a 4K run that starts at the Vet. The athletic department has been pretty creative with having like some outdoor yoga, like just some stuff like that to like from a community relations standpoint. So that's a good start. But back to the next president, when you look at the way some of these other presidents and chancellors of our peer institutions are moving, like Morgan, A&T, Howard, Morehouse, they're being very creative when it comes to increasing enrollment, just with respect to maybe, focusing on the online space. They're really increasing their online capacity. They're targeting non-traditional students, like folks our age that would like to go back to school, maybe to, finish their degree.
Their master's, their PhD.
Because, Morgan State, they launched an initiative about 2 years ago, and they were targeting Black men who left college for whatever reason, could have been family issues, join the military, et cetera. And they have like an accelerated program for them to come back and complete their degree at Morgan. And it's open to, you didn't have to be a previous Morgan student, just, any Black male. And not only, of course, is that improving Morgan's attrition rate, but also the graduation rate, as well as increasing Black men who have degrees. But it's a great PR move. So we need some leaders who are thinking outside the box with that respect. Also, who can, assist with getting some of these dorms that are offline, like the Palisades, and there's another dorm. Let's get these dorms back online. Let's look into possibly some additional, it's kind of like Prairie View, with the student apartments, maybe some additional student apartments around the campus. But just someone who comes to the table that can assemble an executive team that can walk and chew gum at the same time, an executive team that is well respected within their industries, who can come in and begin restructuring a lot of things to get us back on track.
Right. And those are great points about what we need. I think a lot of times we're kind of distracted by athletics, or we see something in the news about Jackson State getting grants and funding, but the reality of it is that we need stable leadership. And it's not by happenstance that we keep on getting people in office that do not have the credentials, do not have the ability to do any of these types of things. They're just literally a face. And just FYI for people who keep on saying that the vet is not on campus, Jackson State has maybe a maximum of 8,500 students on campus or that go to school at Jackson State. That includes grad students, that includes online students. Any given day, you're going to have 20, 25, 30,000 at Jackson State Stadium. The majority of the people that come to the Jackson State games are not actual students. They're alums. They're people in the community. They're fans of Jackson State. I don't know about you, but switching to having an influx of 30,000 people coming down J.R. Lynch Street, where are they? I mean, where are you guys talking about having the stadium at? Like, I feel like the stadium where it's at right now is the perfect place for it to be.
Now, I'll say this. If we were to ever have an on-campus stadium, do you know where the bus depot is behind College of Business, TB Ellis? It's like where they house, I don't even know if that's still there, but they used to house all the J-Tram buses. Mm-hmm. I would propose there, in addition to maybe where the baseball stadium is. I mean, the baseball stadium could always be relocated.
The influx of traffic would be atrocious.
It would, but right there in front of the bus depot, that's like what is the name of that road? That's not Terry Road. It's like I wouldn't say it's a major road, but it's a pretty pretty busy road right there that can take you into downtown. So there are, and then you look at, well, maybe that's another conversation, but I do think there's some prospective positions or locations around campus, and I do feel Jackson State.
Metro Center? Metro Center Mall?
But see, I would prefer for Jackson State to have a stadium that is very close to campus. And here's why. Because you think about the amount of money Jackson State has spent all these decades in bus companies and busing the students, like the student athletes in the band, to off campus. Like, that's a lot of money that we can save. So if it could be a stadium within walking distance of the main campus to where the band can march to the stadium, that's preferred.
But we don't have $100 million. That's the thing. And that's how much it costs. It's kind of like what Mississippi's trying to do is it's kind of like what they did with the water. Like when Biden, was it Biden? Yeah. When Biden and they passed a bill that gave, I think they give us $600 million, but it was a problem that cost $1 billion. They knew that it cost $1 billion. They gave us $600 million to shut us up, but you knew it was $1 billion problem and you gave us $600 million. The powers that be are trying to give us a $40 million for a $100 million plan. And then they'll say, here's $40 million so that we can get this stadium and we can get this land. They take the land, we get to halfway, not even halfway through building, and then the money is gone. And you still have $60 million that you need. And they're going to look at you with your hands up like, hey, we gave you the money. What did you do with it? You can't throw $40 million at a $100 million project.
And to be honest, Simona, it's probably going to cost way more than $100 million. Like, to get the type of stadium, the caliber stadium we need. Yeah, and the longer we stretch this out, more expensive it's going to get.
And so they're like, okay, we'll just make it smaller. Like, I think that getting a 30,000 seat stadium is too small. You leaving money on the table. Needs to be at least 45. And a lot of the different universities that were able to get renovated stadiums, they're like, okay, well, we're just going to build this stadium, but we're going to leave it with the possibility of adding on. So I think like Alabama State has that option. Prairie View has that option.
You remember, Timona, when President Myers, her team had a very well thought out plan for that dome stadium. And a lot of people laughed at it, but she did her homework. And if I'm not mistaken, a portion, I want to say maybe 40% of it was going to get financed by the federal government because it would act as a evacuation site in case of hurricanes. Mm-hmm. So that's the type of outside the box thinking and intelligence that we need at the table when it comes to fundraising and planning for a proposed stadium in the future.
And also another thing is, I never brought him on. It was when I first started my podcast. There's a young, there's a man who worked with Alabama State. And the way that they funded their stadium was through what he called Wall Street. So they didn't actually get their funding from the state. They went through Wall Street, secured, I guess they secured some type of bond, or they secured the money based off of their credit rating. I don't even know how that works, but that's what they did. So maybe I need to bring him on so that he can explain it.
Oh yeah, that'll be dope.
How that works. Just for me personally, though, just looking at it, and the vet has so much historic importance, and I don't know, maybe trying to get, once Trump is out of office, trying to get a historic designation, maybe, or something like that, to think outside of the box. Like, hey, we need to, this needs to be titled a historic stadium, and then maybe they can give us funding.
I like that. Yeah. And what would you say outside of the stadium and enrollment, housing, what would you say maybe your other top two priorities would be for the next president that's facing the campus? Because for me, it would be brand awareness. Like, of course, we know we've got the biggest brand among HBCUs. When it comes to brand awareness, that needs work. Because to your point, we've been focusing a lot on athletics and Sonic Boom, but there's some amazing things going on campus, have been going on campus. We're in the top 50 colleges of sending African Americans to medical school, ranked number 5 among producing Black engineers, et cetera. You ask the average
highlighting those programs, like the engineering program. Yeah. They just went to Baltimore and they competed on a high level and they won second place. Like, highlighting that, getting interviews from the young men and women that went. There were some young men and women that from Jackson State that went to the HBCU Legacy Bowl. They went to like the career fair, getting interviews from them. But I would think like launching a campaign that involves the Jackson State alumni chapters, like we already do it, which is we go to the different fairs that they have, high school fairs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I think like a national awareness campaign where we say, hey, we want to have 2,500 or 2,500 students in 1 year. We want to reach them and get them to register or fill out for this campaign. So you're creating a brand new campaign and you're charging for the alumni chapters to sign up 2,500 students. Like in 1 year. and trying to meet that goal where you're reaching those young men and women. Because I think that they have these things. There's a lot of different chapters. They also do like HBCU tours, sometimes for spring break and stuff like that. Just getting that on a national scale with measurables. Because
Absolutely.
Didn't we
And to
just
your
do
point, I
one the
think
other
that'd be.
day?
Say that again.
Didn't we just do one the other day in
We
South
did.
Carolina?
Yeah, we did one at the Blythewood High School in South Carolina. Doing one this Friday. I'm sorry. Yeah, for the Coalition of 100 Black Women, and Saturday in Camden, South Carolina. So I think that's an amazing initiative. Absolutely.
So I think doing the measurable, like we're doing the work, but doing it so that it's inserted into a database and we're able to track it so that you're going to be able to see, okay, these kids, we pinpoint them when they were in the 9th grade. We pinpoint them when they were in the 11th grade. We have them register and stuff like that.
And Tamono, when it comes to brand awareness, because I think that's a great initiative. You know how, like, of course, with Martin Luther King Day, they say it's a day on, not a day off. I think with the next president or her next leadership team, if we can make Founders Day like a national day on, to where all of our alumni are challenged to do something in their own communities coast to coast, we create like a succinct hashtag, folks take photos and videos, and we serve our individual communities. And I think that's a great way to kind of expand that brand awareness. What do you think about that?
When you say brand awareness, you're talking about educational wise, right? Like expanding the educational piece, the programs that we offer, whether graduate or undergrad, correct?
That, in addition to people being aware of Jackson State's brand, or just how we're basically able to add value to that brand.
I think that we've had a platform for, especially, and when we're talking about brand awareness and brand value, the last couple of years, we've had access to people who normally wouldn't be in tune with all things Jackson State. And I don't think that we've taken advantage of it to our fullest. We've, like you already said, which Sonic Boom of the South is an extension in terms of recruitment. They're huge in getting our name out there. And like you said, we've been on all these different stages. We've had young men and women competing in engineering in Baltimore. Shout out to Miss Shanetta and her engineering kids. They just placed second place. So it's more, I think that we're not taking advantage of it. And it's something that we definitely need to invest in. And the next president has to be paramount in building those relationships. But I want a president that I know is going to be there for more than 3 years.
Yeah.
The presidents put out a 5-year plan and then they're gone in 5 months.
Yeah.
I've seen some really nice 5-year plans, and then those presidents didn't even last 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Like now you got to start all the way over on what type of plan you want for. It's just as soon as we need to lower the conversation. Let's just get a president who doesn't get caught running a train. I thought you meant like running to the Amtrak. I think you're talking about a different type of train, Dre. I did not mean to put you up on the big screen like that.
But you know what? To Dre's point, the bar is very low. and it's sad to say that. The bar is low. It's damn near in
The
hell.
bar is in hell. And
It's
it's not just for Jackson State. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let's just start there, that these folks treat our presidency like they treat our football coaches and basketball coaches. You don't really need any type of experience. No need to apply. You don't need any experience to come over here. That's how these folks, the boards, are treating our HBCUs. Never been a president, please come on down. Never had any measurable fundraising, come on down. Possible scam and fraud and debauchery, come on, please apply.
And Timona, to your point though, all those things that you mentioned a few minutes ago, they tie into being able to secure transformative gifts, because all these major players within the philanthropy game, they're researching your school. They're seeing what your alumni are doing within their industry, doing in their communities nationwide, and they want to align their brand to whatever you're doing. So in addition to that, they want to make sure that the president and the president's staff brings credibility to the institution, because it could be a reputational risk with aligning their brand to your institution. So we need to make sure that the next president of Jackson State brings a lot of credibility, a lot of pedigree, solid pedigree to the table, has connections and relationships and resources nationwide that can add value to Jackson State.
They're going off in the chat about the type of presidents that we need. I want so bad for this next president to be a beacon of light in darkness, because I'll tell you what, it's been dark times, but the way that our country has been going, it seems like there's some more dark times ahead, right? And you don't want to get your university caught up. I feel like IHL has really kind of like tied our hands, right? They're telling us, hey, you need to be able to fundraise. But like you said, if you don't have a good reputation and you have a new president every 2 years, no one's going to give you a donation of unrestricted funds. If you have someone like Deion Sanders making disastrous statements about our university, that can have a devastating impact on our ability to get fundraising in order for us to get transformative gifts. Like, we've just had our hands tied and expected to make lemonade out of piss.
Yep.
I would think IHL would be embarrassed enough for this last joint, because this person came straight from IHL.
Correct. And it's all the more reason for our alums to want, or shouldn't say demand, but to expect a dynamic leader similar to what we've had in the past. And when I say I'm not talking about the last 4 presidents, just going back to the Myers era, Mason era. Those were some really dynamic leaders that really helped to cultivate, change, and elevate our academic profile, created a fundraising culture, a research culture. That's the type of leadership that we need to get back to.
And I'll say, like, that was probably one of the longest times where you saw the change right before your eyes. So I came in the fall of 2005. Yeah, fall of 2005. So from fall of 2005 to 2010, when I graduated, there was so much change over those 5 years. So we had the closing of the honors dorms because it was sinking into the ground. They had Campbell College opening. Dixon Hall was renovated and opening. The new student union opened. They they just finished some stuff on the opposite side. There was just so much stuff that was like happening during that time in terms of building up and fixing the campus and the deferred maintenance. All of that stuff was being taken care of, and it just seems like we've been downhill ever since.
And and I'm gonna send you something. There was like a master plan for Jackson State. I'm gonna send it to your DM. But to your point, I would love for us to get back to what that master plan for the physical plan of the institution looks like. But can you tell me, like, when was the last time we actually constructed anything on campus? Was it the student union or was it Campbell College?
No, after they did the student union, the new student union, there were some buildings across from that had like, I think they were supposed to have, that was right before I left. They had like a bar or a restaurant in there or something like that. I think it was student housing, or maybe that was for, I think that was the last thing that was built, like across the street from the new student union.
Okay. But it's over a decade, right? Because I don't think anything has been built since 2016.
Didn't they renovated the old student union though, right?
Have they? I know there was some plans.
Isn't that where the boom is at now?
Oh, that's right. So that's the new band hall. But as far as like construction, like a new building on campus, okay.
No, we haven't. That's what I'm saying. We hit like a lull.
Yeah. Check your
One
DM.
university. Okay. Like, I see. Dre said the last thing they built was the locker room Dion paid for out of pocket.
But look at that. Look at that master plan. Like, that's what our campus is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the clock tower. I want to say it was in 2020 during COVID.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this straight, because I'm gonna, let me see. So can you see so the circle thing right there, that's the roundabout, right?
Right.
This circle. Okay, that's the plaza. And what is all of this over here?
So that's the UPA, or what we call Rose McCoy, if I'm not mistaken. And then everything coming backwards. Hold on, let me take a closer look.
Right at the top part. The top part is the science, John A. Peoples, right?
Right.
Okay.
Looks to be like an amphitheater of some sort in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
Like right below.
Yeah. I see that amphitheater. I'm trying to figure out where that would go, because I thought that's where the parking lot is, right? The parking lot to get to John A. Peoples. And then that's the engineering building to the left, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes, this is what we need to get back to. What is it then, Dre? Dre talking about something. No. That's the roundabout by downtown T. Oh, well, I'm already messed up because I don't know where that's at. Oh, okay. Let me look again. So then that's the student union then. Is that right, Dre? Over by the roundabout, then that's the student union. And the President's Tower, I think. That's the Parkway to the right.
Go to the next photo. Maybe we can get a better look.
Yeah, because I don't know. Don't get me to lying. Nope, still don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is right here at the very bottom. That is definitely the plaza.
Yeah, that's the plaza.
That everybody goes at 12 o'clock. That little U shape down there. That's where everybody goes at 12. So don't.
And when you go to the left, that's the band hall. Well, that's the current music hall to the left. And then in the upper right corner, that's the UPA, the Rose McCoy. And then you see the side
in the corner, you can't really see it. That would be McAllister Whiteside. Because McAllister Whiteside is right across the street from Rosie McCoy. Because that's where I used to stay. Is that right, Dre? Dre, the main roundabout is right over there by McAllister's.
And you see the John A. Peoples Science Building up top. And then next to that, that was a proposed facility. I don't know what that, to the right of that, I don't know what that's supposed to be.
What is this?
What's what?
This next picture.
So those are the shops, like the one university place.
I said to the right, Dre. Lynch Street. Who said that was supposed to be Lynch Street? Lynch Street ain't never looked like that, honey. Lynch Street has Boston Fish Supreme. And they got the gas station right there that you, as long as you get in there by 9:57, you can still go get you some Mad Dog 2020. Was it 9 or was it 10 o'clock that you had to get the liquor? I think it's before 10. Y'all are not finna make me look stupid. Look at this right here. This is the roundabout. And then you go down this thing, down this, when you go around this roundabout, you go down. This right here, this building right here, that is McAllister. Down that way. Liquor store closes at 10. Yeah, so if you get in there at 9:58, you can. So the liquor, they're saying that they were going to renovate Lynch Street. Wow. That would have been amazing.
Absolutely.
All I remember on Lynch Street was, I remember Boston Fish Supreme, and there's a liquor store right there on the other side. Valley Street is like before you get to campus, but you have to turn off on that side road. I think there's a Wingstop somewhere close by off Lynch Street somewhere.
And go to the next picture.
Okay. This one?
Yeah, so that is the proposed. This was proposed like about 2006. It was the Gibbs Green Memorial clock tower, and actually chatted around 2020. Chatted with the creator and architect of that, and they still would love to get that going again. They're actually open to alumni making that an endeavor, but this was supposed to be a memorial tower or a clock tower.
Jerome, they got me looking like I didn't actually go to Jackson State. like I'm false flagged or something. Like you didn't even go to Jackson State. Yes, I did. McAllister Whiteside is up that way. They said I forgot about Dixon. Dre, why are you going off on Black Enterprise? He said Black Enterprise wrote an article
I saw that. I was pissed
And
off
it
at
has
that.
nothing about Jackson State in there.
Exactly. I looked up the author. I was like, well, let me find out what school she went to. She went to like Georgia Tech or Georgia State or something like that. But she had
She
a picture of the
cleared.
boom. Nah, she assisted. She had a picture of the boom in the article, but the title of the article was Human Jukebox and Marching 100 featured in a new Michael Jackson movie. And there was nothing in the article about Jackson State.
Them be the main ones. Uh-oh. Them be the main ones. We did not get a chance to have our Black History moment. Do you want to have it? Jerome, you want to bring up some Jackson State history for tonight?
Yeah. Let me think. Is Mr. Ford on?
I have not seen Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford is MIA tonight.
Okay,
I'm going to get on him. He's going to say, I was tired. And I'm going to say, me too, Mr. Ford. Just tell me what to pull up. I'll pull up the pictures and we are going to talk about it. I did see that the lovely Dr. Kanisha has finally got her Mississippi. So wait, let me see if I can play that. So while you're looking for something, we'll go ahead and play her. She is highlighting every single HBCU, and she has she has a shirt or a sweater or a hat from every single HBCU. She's been highlighting them, and she finally made it to Mississippi. She finally made it there. So while Jerome is gonna drop something for me to pull up or tell me what to pull up or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and play her video.
Without further ado, let's head to the great.
Oops.
Without further ado, let's head to the great state of Mississippi. Alcorn State University, the very first land grant HBCU, given us civil rights activists such as Medgar Evers, his wife Marley Evers, his brother Jesse Evers, Michael Clark Duncan, Alex Haley, Steve McNair, and one of my personal favorites, Dr. Nate Hughes, former football player at Auburn, as well as an NFL player turned fellow anesthesiologist. You can go anywhere from your HBCU. Okay, and I love this one. Love it.
That one is
Without
nice. Okay, Dr. Kanisha, we're waiting on Jackson State now. Now that's enough. You done had long enough now. Where's Jackson State? No, she should be putting it up by Saturday, and I'll play it. Jerome, did you send me something? Oh, Jerome, they're asking where was the clock tower proposed location. I know they were talking about preserving the area where the bullets are, but the cost. Oh, the Gibbs Green shooting and the Alexander Hall. Mm-hmm. FAMU upset Southern in women's or in men's? Get the peasants out the way. All right. So I'm not sure why Black Enterprise. See, that's why in this new age of in this new age of AI and a whole bunch of other stuff, folks ain't really, you literally have folks, are they really even writing a article, or are you just like telling ChatGPT to write it and then you pull it up? Like, that's what kind of age we're in. They're gonna tear down Alexander? No, I thought they renovated the Alexander. Why would they tear it down? terrible. Lord have mercy. I would renovate Alexander Hall. Don't tear down your. I don't know. I've been to some of these. I have been to some of these universities, and they have very, very old buildings. Hell, UNCG, really old. Old dorms too. Journalism isn't journalism anymore. Yeah, because what? I can't believe they're doing that. Okay. This was years ago. That's why I was asking about where the clock tower was going to be. Can't lose too many more. We're going to be a commuter campus for long. Listen. It's been renovated. They aren't tearing it down. Okay. I must be talking too much smack. My stuff's lagging now. Get up. You just can't stop. Can't stop taking it. You want to renovate everything. I sure do. It's cheaper to renovate. Cheaper to keep her. Is the old saying? Cheaper to keep her. They did renovate Alexander. I think they had a fire, though, recently. Y'all kids in them hot plates. In the last 10 years, it was renovated. I thought so. All right, girl, how much longer are you staying on live? And are you doing it? Okay, so. Okay, here I come. Okay, I'm going to drop the link. If Jackson State men's team loses tonight, I think they were winning. Now. Hey, Brother Jerome.
Hey, check your inbox.
Sorry. Okay. Ooh, I like. Sorry. Get your tickets. Get your season tickets. Or how about we not get season tickets? Okay, so do you want to do a preface about this before I pull it up, or you just want me to do it? Pull up this. Okay, so
Hold on, let me turn this down. Yeah, so today's Black History moment is with respect to Campbell College. When I was at Jackson State, the last remaining building of Campbell College was still on campus. It was kind of adjacent to the Dixon Hall, and it served as the housing building. But this is a great kind of testimonial and video about Campbell College.
Campbell there, the spirit true, and is close to me. Our vision of the work to do to help humanity.
This is the story of Campbell College at Jackson State University. In 1890, Campbell College was established in Vicksburg, Mississippi by the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Named in honor of Bishop Jabez P. Campbell, it's the first college funded by African Americans in the state. After nearly a decade, the school relocated to the capital city, adjacent to then Jackson State College. Reverend Johnny Barber Jr. is 84 years old. He graduated from Campbell College in 1963.
That's my picture. That's me. I was in the regular college classes, and I was in the Edward W. Lampton School of Religion because I was a young minister when I went there. And it was a nice, personalized junior college. Wasn't large, but we had a personal relationship with the instructors and the teachers at Campbell College.
It was established as a grammar school and a junior college, providing students with basic educational and religious principles. Campbell College continued to function into the early 1960s with an enrollment of 300 students. Despite its small size, Campbell played an important role in Jackson's civil rights movement. Its students not only participated in demonstrations and protests, but also served as supporters and ambassadors of the movement.
We integrated the bus in Jackson, Mississippi. One student from Campbell College, that was me, and then 3 students from Jackson State.
The Jackson Four are what they called them: Johnny Barber Jr. of Campbell College, and of Jackson State, Georgie Ann Washington, Walter H. Jones, and Doris Ruth Bracey. They were arrested and charged with breach of peace for sitting in the whites-only section during a bus sit-in in April of 1961. This comes a month after 9 Tougaloo students integrated the city's library system.
Well, I was a member of the NAACP chapter, and Meg Evans was living at that time. We talked about it. What if they jump on you or whatever happened, and you're going to take your seat and not move? If the police come to arrest you, you get up and be arrested. And that's what happened. The bus driver stopped the bus and got off of it, came back and told us to go back where we belong. And we never said a word. And he finally called the police, and they came and arrested us and took us to jail.
Campbell was also known as a place of refuge. That same year, 100 or more high school seniors were expelled for protesting.
When the students in Macomb were put out of school, they came to Campbell College so they could finish their education. It was a place where you could get love and understanding. If you had made a mistake, you didn't have to be a mistake. You can overcome and move forward in life.
3 years later, the state of Mississippi seized the college by eminent domain. Scholars say legislators never called it an act of retribution, but they believe Campbell's place in the Jackson movement influenced the decision.
I think they thought Campbell College was a nuisance when they declared eminent domain. The state bought Campbell College so they could expand the urban university, Jackson State University.
1964 was the last graduating class of Campbell College. In 2007, Jackson State named its Campbell College Suites in honor of the historic institution.
Isn't that amazing?
And you know what? It's interesting to hear that they utilized Jackson State to get rid of it by eminent domain. You know, a lot of times we talk about what type of plans that they have for Jackson State. I don't think they ever planned on just giving up Jackson State.
Correct.
Always.
You know, I did some digging. Those 3 other students that were part of the Jackson Four. They attended Jackson College, and the president at the time was President Reddix, and he actually expelled those students. And I believe they went on to Howard to graduate. But I would love, if they're still living, I would love for the next president to make amends and give them like an honorary degree. But yeah, that was pretty sad, because you gotta think about the time back then. The public universities in Mississippi, if your students were caught, protesting and participating in civil rights, etc., it would jeopardize the very fabric of the institution, let alone the funding.
Not just them, South Carolina State. I want to say they expelled, was it Deacon Jones? They expelled him for protesting. So, all of the HBCUs in the South where there's Republican-led states, they were under immense pressure, like you said, to kind of like drown out those protests and hey, you guys just get your education. Don't be involved in trying to segregate and stuff like that.
Right. Now, the private HBCUs had a bit more leeway because, they weren't funded by the state. So we see a lot of students when they came to SNCC and SCLC, a lot of them came from private HBCUs like Shaw University, Tuskegee, etc. And they had that kind of autonomy to move how they wanted to move. But very powerful story.
One of the Jackson Four became president of Howard.
Really? Wow.
Which one was that, Dre?
I knew one of them. I think one or two of them graduated from Howard. It was a lady.
I think it might have been the lady.
Yeah, I think it would be so befitting for the next president to extend that honorary degree to those folks. And if they're not living, maybe present it to their children.
He said Latner.
Wow. Okay. We have some
Joyce Ladner. So Joyce Ladner, she was a civil rights activist in Mississippi during the early 1960s. She worked for SNCC, Students of Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, later became a sociologist and professor. She served as interim president of Howard University from 1994 to 1995. She's known for her scholarship on race, poverty, and Black family life. She's one of the few women to have led Howard University. And then she had a sister, Dory Ladner, as well, who also a SNCC activist, participated in sit-ins and voter registration drives in Mississippi, arrested multiple times during protests, and continued advocacy work in civil rights and social justice. Look at y'all taking being substitutes historians for Mr. Ford tonight. He would be proud. Oh, she's still living.
Good.
Joyce Ladner is still living. She was born in Battles, Mississippi.
Yeah. I want to I'm going to add that to my project. I would love to I want to advocate for that. So we can make
it. That's so beautiful. That was such a beautiful
idea. And doing some history, doing some research. What's the brother's name with the voice? He's like an older guy. He played in Lean on Me. He was a principal. Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to attend Jackson State. Really wanted to attend, but he ended up going to the Air Force. And Brother Burks from Mississippi Mass Choir, she really wanted to attend Jackson State. But some things, took place. So with this sister that's on the screen and Morgan Freeman and some others who would have loved to attend at JSU, it would be great to see us who've gone to serve their communities and do amazing things in their industries. It would be great for us to extend that maybe honorary degree to them.
Yes, that's so beautiful. I have a picture of her back during that time. Let me see. Oh no, they don't have it. She's on the website as well. It just said that they Joyce Ladner and her older sister Dory from Palmer's Crossing near Hattiesburg felt powerless and frightened when they read about Emmett Till being murdered in Money, Mississippi. To just imagine how terrified you are to have to go through all of that.
Exactly, yeah.
It does say that Joyce and Dory were first generations in their family to go to college. Joyce took her mother's encouragement to heart and worked hard to balance her academic work with her activism. After she was expelled from Jackson State for participating in sit-in demonstrations, she enrolled in Tougaloo College and graduated with a degree in sociology in 1964. She went on to Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri to earn a PhD in 1968.
Wow.
Said she helped organize the March on Washington under the direction of Bayard Rustin. She served as vice president for academic affairs at Howard University from 1990 to 94 and as interim president of the university from 94 to 95. Wow. All right. Well, that concludes tonight's Black History Moment. We will have another one on Saturday. Do y'all want to stay up and follow this game? Comment in the chat yes or no. Because the way I'm looking at this, at the score, I'm saying no. Hell no to the no. Sometimes when I don't watch the State game, it looks better. Right now, Jackson State has 63 points and Prairie View has 66. Prairie View is in the bonus. They both have 3 timeouts. You can locate the game on SWAC TV. Thank you, Jerome, for that wonderful Black History moment.
Absolutely. I think our fellas are gonna pull it out.
Jackson State is on a 7-0 run over the last minute and 39 seconds. Jackson State just scored to pull within 1. The score is 65-66. Prairie View just missed a layup and they rebounded it. I'm going. Who are they playing on Saturday? Oh, we play Texas Southern. Co-pilot is asking, what years did you go to Jackson State, Jerome?
2002 to 06.
What do you mean you hope Mitchell recovers? He's injured? What's going on? Well, Prairie View's had a scoring drought for the past 2 minutes and 41 seconds. They've made 1 out of their last 7 field goals. What do we got here? How many points do they have? can't even see it. No.
No, the commercial break. I'm watching that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to Tennessee State's men's basketball team. They're probably the number one HBCU men's team this season. They've been balling.
Really?
Yeah, they're really good. I think they're number one in the OVC.
Didn't they just recently hire their their basketball coach?
I think so. Like, this is the best they've
great. That's
been.
a big turnaround. I want to say he hasn't been there but a year.
Yeah. I think someone, I was reading an article that said this is like the first time in 20 years or over 25 years they've been number one in the conference. So it's a big turnaround. All right, so back from the timeout, Jackson State just inbounded.
Only 3 minutes left. I don't even want to watch it for real. I could pull it up on my phone, but I don't even want to watch it. I'm so scared.
We just fouled.
JSU personal foul on number 4 Reed. 2 free throws awarded. This is his second foul. That wasn't even a foul. Come on, y'all can't be fouling this late in the game. Prairie View has had 0 points for the last 3 minutes. You can pull this game out. They calling everything. I just looked at that. That didn't look like a foul to me. That looked like he was selling it for real. Tennessee State is looking forward to our game. They have a podcast going talking about the history. Oh. Yes, co-pilot. Jerome, he says you were there for the famous plaza renovation where the hurricane happened. The hurricane happened. And I think the campus was closed for how many? 2 weeks or 3?
Yeah, it was down for a while.
I want to say it was 3 weeks.
No, you talking about the hurricane in 05 with Katrina?
Katrina. That's when the plaza changed. The plaza was one way when I first got there, and then when I came back, it was totally different.
Well, I remember the plaza being completed. I want to say spring 04. Because, I think it was spring 04. Yeah, because we were getting ready for a performance, and that was the first time that we got to march down the plaza. But prior to that, it was like all dirt. They had to dig up all the pipes. It was bad. Yeah.
Oh, okay, spring 04. I don't know what I missed. It looked different when I came back from Hurricane Katrina. I'm going to be so pissed if we drop this game because PV is horrible. The LeBron effect. What is the LeBron? Oh my God. Prairie View's leading 65-68. Jackson State has the ball.
Hey, he just hit a 3. We just tied it up. Dang, they just hit another 3. Prairie View got a stage in their gym like South Carolina State. All right, we just made both free throws, down by 1. Get the rebound. Let's go.
I'm so embarrassed.
They called a jump ball. Hold on.
Prairie View is not good.
Right. Where's the foul at, bro?
It says 68-68. No, 70-73. What's the score?
It's 7-7-3. We had a free throw.
71. Okay. Why did they give Thomas a foul? It says Thomas has 4 personal fouls. Damn, they're gonna foul us out. God, please help me. See, this is why. I had a funny feeling tonight, honey. Do not foul. Even if they run the time out, don't foul. Whatever you do. Damn it, he gets another 20 seconds. Don't foul, don't foul. That's a 3-second violation there.
Yo, they got some home cooking going on, man, with these fouls.
What the hell? Miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it. Oh, God, he made it. Oh, he made both of them. So you have to get a 3 to tie it. Fighting for our lives. Do you hear me? Y'all. 16 seconds. I mean, he could draw a foul. Shoot. No, go in and you have to make the layup and one. You do it all the time. Yes! Come on, Ruffin! You gotta make it! No! Come on, Ruffin! Just make it! Oh, I'm lightheaded. Oh God, my heart. Oh God. He has to make this. And if he doesn't make it, box out so you can get it for the win. He made it. 75-75. Oh, God. Oh. What happened? What happened?
Going to overtime.
Oh. Oh. Oh my God. We're not having a members only live tonight. We're not having a members only live. Sorry, y'all. We'll be on here. We're not... So if you want to get your tickets for this game because we are staying for overtime, y'all. All right. So what do you think about Jackson State Tigers and Coach Mo's performance this season, Jerome?
So,
okay, the laugh said it all.
I'm gonna be fair. I think there's been some injuries, right? So, and I know as far as recruiting, this wasn't one of his best classes. They've got a lot of fight though. One thing I can say about this team, that they don't give up. And I'm really impressed. After, when we went to Daytona, it seems like the team really turned it around, pulled out some really hard-fought games. So,
yeah,
I'll tip my hat to them for not giving up.
Yes, definitely.
I do feel this game should not be as close because Prairie View is ranked like number 11 in the conference. So
that's what I'm saying, but we don't have Jamie Mitchell, Jerome. So, like you said, you pointed out the injuries. I'm glad that you pointed out because Jamie Mitchell does contribute a hefty amount of points, at least 10 to 12 points per game, minimum.
And if you've been watching this game tonight, you could tell PB's been getting some home cooking with these fouls. So, man.
All right. 5 minutes. We need to pull it out. Hoover has 13 points. McMillan has 9 points. He is 3 from 7 for field goal range, or excuse me, for 2 for 6 for 3-pointers. Ruffin is 2 of 8. Hoover looks like he's got the hot hand with 3 of 4. Damn. Prairie View already done scored. Bishop, I think this is Ruffin's last year. Draw the foul. Good job. Draw that foul.
Come on, I'm gonna hop off. Are you coming to the HBC, the one that's HBCU day?
Is that the one in Greensboro?
Nah, they got the Charlotte Hornets got an HBCU day this Saturday at 1. I'll send out another email tomorrow.
I remember you. I got that email. I did. It depends on Brax.
Okay.
That'd be one of them. I think the tickets and stuff, I would want to go. I leave Brax at home.
Okay, just let me know. I think I can get another ticket for you. So just let me know.
Okay.
All right.
I totally forgot about that. Oh my God, he missed. He missed the free throws. He missed them. Damn it. So it looks like they turned the ball over. Look, y'all can't be missing jumpers and stuff. Come on now. This is ridiculous. Y'all, this is a close game. Jackson State inbounding. Reed has it. Take it up there. Why he didn't get his foul? Damn, they're not giving us a foul. And then they did a jump ball, but it's Jackson State's ball. They would not call a foul for nothing under this. Do you know how many people were under there? You mean to tell me there wasn't one foul? Lord have mercy. Oh my God, there's like 4 fouls in the last 15 seconds. I mean, let's just start there. How could you not draw a foul underneath you're literally underneath the basket. How do you not draw a foul there? It's a good thing, Prairie View can't shoot worth a damn. I mean, hell, it don't look like we could shoot worth a damn either. Fuck! Why? Why? Take it to the basket! Take it to the fucking basket. Oops, excuse my language. See, this is why I can't be live like watching these types of. I learned my lesson. Can't do it. The only way they was gonna win is through free throws. Cause they damn sure ain't hitting on shit. They can't shoot a layup either. It's like the battle of who's worse. Not they shot a 3 and got it. Look at them all hype. They done won one SWAC game all year. I'm ready to go to bed. Y'all gonna make me watch this. Please, God, don't make me watch this. Oh. There's no consistency in either program. It's pretty bad. Ooh, they're gonna call Frank flagrant on his ass. He got fouled right there. Foul. Foul. What the fuck? Why y'all didn't call a foul on him? That was not intentional. Y'all are going off in these comments. I'm not about to say Nathaniel. How we gonna fix it? Damn, we still ain't got the ball. It looked like the SWAC refs hit their line. Didn't you guys say the line was 5.5? Damn. All you need is back-to-back threes, and you're back in the game. What the? All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm not watching the rest of this. Y'all be safe out in these streets. And we're going to listen to I've Had Some Good Days. I've had some hills.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows one thing for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world you could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows one thing for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world you could
I won't complain.